Hello, I am Dan Alexe, and here with me is the famous provocative Danish artist Jens Galschiøt, who has just opened an exhibition in the European Parliament, a very provocative one, about the three major monotheistic religions. Why are you provocative, Jens?
I just think if you're making an exhibition in the public space, you must be touch people. If you don't touch them, then people go just through and they say, "Oh, this is art," and then they go and forgot everything. So every art in the public space and the exhibition must be a part of the touching thing. It must provoke you in a good way, or in a bad way, and something. So this is the reason.
So you think art should be provocative in general?
In general, you should be. Yes, you should say, "What is that? What is that? This is strange." This is.
Can we have art without provocation?
Yes, of course you can. Beautiful art with flowers and naked girls maybe, and smiling child, and this is also okay. But it's not, for me, this is not real art.
Like
real
Central
art,
Asian aesthetics? Like
yes,
you've been in Kurdistan,
nice,
you've been in Central Asia?
Yes, and you have a lot of good colors in the building. This
Plastic
is also
flowers?
a kind of art. Yes, this is bad art. But
What do you think about Jeff Koons?
Some of them I like. The cow who was split it up. No, the Jeff Koons. Yes, the Jeff Koons is interesting because he's making this kid thing.
Exactly.
So a big scale.
Is
and
that
this
art?
Is a big scale.
Do you call that art?
When you make it to big scale, then it's bean art. If you have it there, it's only kids. So this is a strange thing. You can make a little thing and blow it up to 10 times more, 100 times more, and then it's getting art. So art is what artists are making. So this is art.
So you mean it's the intention that counts?
This is intention, as you want something, you will tell something. You will make a new angle on the reality. You will make a new reality. You will learn people. You could see this reality on another way. I think this is art.
So you didn't make these things yourself. You had locksmiths or workers that made them for you. What counts for you? The intention behind?
No, it's not really right. I don't make it myself. I have 10 people employed. I have 20 volunteers in my
Artisans.
work. Artists,
metal workers.
Metal workers, and painter, and everything. People, and writer, and administrator, and this kind of thing. So, in a way, I'm a part of the workshop. But of course, you should make this. This is 8,000 books in copper and wax. You put it together. It takes a long time. It takes 7 years to make this construction, the big construction when I made that. Of course, you can't do that yourself. Then you have a lot of people to work. But every time I go and say, "Oh, let's just make it, change it a little bit, and change it a little bit." So I use my people as a kind of, they make my work, but every time they make something wrong, they say, "Okay, change it a little bit," but maybe they make something I hadn't think about. And I think, "Oh, this is good." And then I steal it immediately.
So why did you pick up on a religion now?
I'm used to making a lot of happening all over the world while discussing.
Because you provoked even your own compatriots with the statue of Hans Christian Andersen, then in Hong Kong about the Chinese.
Yes, and Chinese throw me out of Hong Kong.
The pillar of shame. But why religion?
The main thing, I was really scaring about it, because every time artists are trying to make something about religion, especially the Muslims and the Christianity and Jews, then they're going completely mad. You're making drawing, and then everybody burn all the embassy, and a lot of problems. So, and a lot of right-wing people tell me, "Oh, you don't want to do something because you are afraid from the Muslim." I said, "No, I'm not afraid from the Muslim. I'm afraid from the right-wing people, because they will use my art against the Muslim." And I have seen that a lot of times. So this is the reason for many years, I think, "Don't touch it." And in a way I think, "Oh, but I'm not a scary guy." So then I think, I do that. So then
you have to keep a balance between politics and religion. You
Yes.
think right-wing people could use your work as a message against Islam, let's say?
It's a possibility to do that. But then I make, I think, a really good construction. I make an analyze of this. I also make this huge sculpture where I take every religion, the Quran and the Bible
And the Torah.
and the Torah.
Yeah.
And then I make an analysis
And
of
you put them on the same level.
on the same level. I think, and then I think, oh, the beautiful, the most lovely quote out of them. And after that, I chose the most hateful and the most ugly
Quotations.
quotes. Yes, quotation
Quotes
out
from-
of them.
yeah.
And then I split it up and said 100 of the best and 100 of the most
Worst.
hateful.
the worst.
Yes, the worst. And then I make this big construction around it. And then something strange happened, because when you go to this building, this is a spell the name of fundamentalism, the whole construction. So when you go to the F, then it's only the Jewish quotation from the Torah. And when you go to the U, then it's only the Christianity from the New Christianity Bible, and then the Quran.
Fundamentalist Christianity.
Yes, and then it's only, but it's really real cool quote, and then you see all the lovely thing. And then you go around with this big circle, it's 10 meter wide, and then you go there and people say, oh, this is beautiful. And I think a lot of Danish people, a lot of European people was really surprised that the Quran is so lovely. And say, oh, it's strange, and we have heard some strange thing about this. But then you could go inside this big circle. Then you go inside, and then you could see the opposite. Then you could see all the hateful. And every white people nearly, they go directly to the Quran and think, oh, there's something writing about you putting melting metal in the mouth of the people or something like this. They say, oh, we think it. But then after that, just beside of that, then you can see that Jesus burn all the women, and then the Jews are stoning all the homosexual, and then the Quran do awful thing, and then the Jews do the awful thing, and then the Christians come again, and then you can see this is also hateful and awful. Every religion have two parts, the most lovely and the most hateful. And this is not this discussion about the religion and this discussion in Europe. This is not about the book, and it's not about the religion. This is about what side of the book you choose. And this is the meaning of the construction.
How do you position yourself vis-à-vis the initiative of Jyllands-Posten, the Danish paper, which published the anti-Mohammed, anti-Quran drawings, cartoons years ago that provoked so many protests, violent protests across the world. They only picked up on Islam. How do you position yourself vis-à-vis that initiative of Jyllands-Posten?
They asked me. They asked me, will you be a part of this? They asked several Danish artists, but I was one of them, and they asked me, do you want to help us with this project? I said, I don't want to help you, because if we do that, then we should do it in every time. Maybe we should if you really want to have something that is forbidden, and for the Muslim, it's not a good thing to make a drawing of Muhammad. And I think then we could make another project together with that. Maybe we could make our Queen's Count, or Pussy, we call it also, or we could make a Jewish one. So if you do these three, then I will be a part of this. But of course, we don't want to do that. They will only make a discussion against the Muslim, and I don't want to. I said there's a lot of people who discuss that. In this case of the religion thing, I think we need some knowledge. We need what right in the book. We need some discussion about what intention people have. And I think, so I deny to be a part of this.
What do you think of the prediction of André Malraux, the French writer and first culture minister after the Second World War, who said that the 21st century will be religious or will not exist? What do you think about the progress of religion, and are you optimistic? Do you think religion is weighing heavily on us, or what's your prediction?
For 30 years, 40 years ago, when I was young, I believed all the religion was disappearing, and we will be with science people. We was maybe some other thing, but not this kind of religion. And then I'm quite surprised what happened then. So I think maybe I made wrong. I'm thinking wrong. So I think now
you did not expect the drive towards a literal fundamentalist interpretation of all religions.
Because I think people was more
You're
clever now.
naive.
Yes, I was naive.
More like the hippie generation.
Yes, and we are thinking, maybe we are thinking a lot of spiritual thing. but not in this case. Not everything I reading in this book is exactly the truth. So that was quite surprising, and now I could see I was wrong, but and this is the reason I also take what you call it, make something about it, make art about it, and make a discussion about it. Since this is a part of my duty to trying to make a bridge. I think art could make a bridge in this really difficult discussion. And I think, especially this work, I've done that, this making a bridge. And this is not often I do that. Normally I make not a bridge. Normally I'm making a confrontation with China, for example, and with Mexico's government, political shame.
In
and
Hong Kong.
I put a lot of pigs everywhere in Europe once, called my inner beast happening, and this kind of thing. And normally people are quite angry and are quite against them. But in this case, I'm trying to make people to talk together, and what they really mean, what love is, how the conflict solution is, and this kind of thing, what they really believe on.
And to end on a, let's say, European note, Denmark seems like the most provocative cultural milieu in Europe. Together with France, let's say, because France has Charlie Hebdo and all the provocations, and you also have all that trend in cinema with Lars von Trier. Do you think it's a cultural thing? In what way Denmark is distinguished from the other Scandinavian countries? And I will also ask you, and that will be the last question, what do you think about Europe and the future of Europe?
But I think in Denmark, people are used to trying to confrontate something. And
it's an egalitarian society.
Yes, and every discussion they're trying to put it up. But in the last 20 years, they're making a break. I think not really racism, but a kind of that. People are talking about the Muslim as like the way the Nazis talk about the Jewish people, the same way, and they know nothing about it. They even take the Quran and read it. They even discuss. They know, and they have any friends Muslim. They only say that, and I think this is different. What I'm used to that. So I think my country has changed in a way. They are making their own.
In a way that you don't like.
Yes, I really don't like it. It's really scaring me. People have changed so much. I have worked with this changing. When I make my inner beast, I make it a kind of reaction of the foreigner. I say one day we will break the limit. One day we will be pigs like we do in the 30s if we don't share our money. So I think Europe have two choices. This is the second question you asked me. We have a choice to share our money, to try to keep the way to living in a good way, also in Africa, also in Palestine, also in all this country. There's underprice, there's poor, and we can do that. If we really want, we can do that. But of course, it costs me. It costs you something, it costs me something. But if we do that, then we have to make a solution for the world. And I think this is our duty for the European people. I think the European civilization, we are born of the French Revolution. Freedom, liberty, and brotherhood. This is what we are here for. We are, this is the idea of the European. And now we put it away. We talk about, we're making a lot of bad solutions, and I'm trying to keep it back again. And I think this is the reason I am here in European Parliament. Because I think the European Parliament, there's a lot of problems with the European Union. But there is people want to try to make Europe whole again. And I think this is a good thing. This is because I like there's a problem, but there's also a lot of good things.
So you are optimistic about the future of Europe?
No, I'm not optimistic.
You are not?
No, I'm not optimistic, but I really hope it could change. But I'm not a really believer on the paradise.
You don't believe in anything?
No, I believe
Jens Galschiøt.
I try and believe on art. Art, we could making a lot of questions, and I think we should do that. We are not a political people who could making a solution. You should make solution, the political.
No, I'm a journalist. I don't make any solution. I'm neutral.
You're also asking questions. So.
Thank you, Jens Galschiøt.
Yes, thank you
I
very
am
much.
Dan Alexe. We had with us the Danish artist Jens Galschiøt, who has this exhibition, The Children of Abraham, in the European Parliament, with the three major monotheistic religions put on the same level. Thank you. Thank you.